Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Radio Free Wall Street. You're here, and I'm glad to have you. I love doing this. It is so cool. This is my life. I'm the luckiest guy alive. I got a feel for the markets. We make money. We're able to put the pieces together. Oh, my God. We got Donald Trump that's working overtime with Giuliani, and then you got Cohen to snitch him out, and you got special prosecutor. I mean, this is a dream life. I mean, you got the sharpest, sleaziest, biggest mothers in the world working overtime so you can make money. Then you got the investment bankers. Instead of analyzing markets, they went ahead and they bought five companies to boost the market higher, and they all double bubble leveraged it. The market's coming crashing out. By the way, I just want to give you a 2-minute warning. As you know, those we're close. I'm very careful about what I do, as you know. And, we've had some good calls on the FANGs, on oil, and that kind of stuff. And the stock market's screaming at me, sell me, sell me, sell me. I go, oh, no, God, please. And the voice of the night, short the market. I go, oh, no. Thus said the Raven, sell this shit out of the S&P. Oh, no, not the Raven. Oh, my God, that guy went crazy with that. Thus said the Raven, nevermore. So I'm going to sell the shit out of it. Yes, don't make me stay up all night, Mr. Raven. Please. Oh, no. I just have these dreams of markets collapsing. Wall Street is jumping out of windows. And then, of course, the massive people raid Manhattan Island, which is turned into a ghost colony, as all the financial institutions are burned down to the ground. Yes. Now, as proof of my supposition that the market's about to wipe out, I thought I'd like to show you fake news, real news, no news. Now, I want you to know that I am the fake news king, okay? Just ask any of those tweet guys or Facebook or all that, and I'm poisoning your mind. Now, there's a couple stories I don't want to tell you about. Now, Donald Trump's talking about how he's going to make America great again. Hey, I'm all for great again. Oh, goddamn. I want to be great again. You want to be great again? Yep, Donald Trump's got a way of doing that. So I said, Donald, buddy, do that great shit. So he did booga booga. Now he's got the trade wars going on. Now, of course, he wants to sell soybeans into Europe that doesn't buy soybeans from us. And the biggest customer of soybeans and chicken and pork is China, but we're not going to sell anything to them. But that'll make America great again. Now, I thought maybe we should talk about what companies are saying about the tariffs in Trump's trade war. These are the people who do business there. These are the people who are going to make America great again by bringing back jobs in America. Remember all that shit? And I noticed that Wall Street kind of forgot to tell you what they were saying. I go, hey, hello there, Mr. Wall Street, asshole. And I heard on these business shows, I said, why don't you tell us what the corporations are saying about this Trump bullshit? Donald Trump's great. I know he's great. That's a deep state conspiracy. No one cares about who he screwed. I don't care who he screwed either until it becomes me he screws, And I was like, is that consensual sex? I don't think so. Anyway, he won't even give me a kiss. But that's okay. We screw back. Donald, you know you're a loser boozer. You know everything deal you touch turn to shit. It's the art of the bankruptcy, right? Oh, you didn't know that? Well, that's okay. Let me, you've heard enough of my opinion of this thing. Okay? Donald Trump has got a list of people he's going to screw over, and $500 billion worth of Chinese imports. And let's see what we can find out about these companies. I mean, I want to know what they got to say, right? Well, U.S. pipeline operator Plains All American Pipeline said the tariffs were tolerable for the company, but applied for exemptions, and that it could not get the exemption or the required quota of steel. It would just basically extend and delay growth. In other words, they don't make the steel in America to make the pipelines. It doesn't pay to gear for that operation. So the pipeline guy goes, we've appealed for an exemption. Donald Trump, by the way, is not granting him. He said, well, no problem. We'll just delay the pipelines to bring the oil to market. Now, see, that's called the ramifications for other industries, see? Now, Donald Trump, that would be a two-step thought. It's like screw Stormy Daniels, have her smack you on the ass, and what happens if it becomes public? That's a two-step thought, Playboy bunny rabbits hopping around there, hippity-hop. and colluding with your lawyer to lie, cheat, and steal, and your lawyer's recording you. See, that's a two-step process. Oh, Donald. By the way, I understand he's a pretty boring lover, by the way. She said, and I quote, yeah, it was like having sex with an old man. Donald, were you Stormy's basket case, buddy? Oh, no, Donald. Yeah, well, I can tell you that. I could see how that's true. I'll just leave it at that. Daimler Corporation. Daimler Corporation for Dental Life Sciences Diagnosis and Environmental Research said it expected an earnings impact of 1 cent per quarter, and that it would look to modify its manufacturing locations outside of the United States, where it would not be affected by the tariffs. Hasbro said it was moving more production out of China as a result of the tariffs, and 30% of its manufacturing was now done elsewhere, but not in the USA. When pressed for where they were putting it, they said, well, it could be India or Vietnam or some other shithole, but not Billy Bob. Yep, you're not going to be able to make any toys in Michigan. Tyson Foods cut its full-year profit forecast, citing the uncertainty in trade policies and increased tariffs that have hurt domestic and export prices of meat. Oh, Tyson, no. Oink, oink. Gentex Corporation, a maker of aircraft windows and rear-view mirrors, said expected cost increase of between $5 million and $8 million for the second half of 2018 related to its planned purchase of raw materials from China. Oh, not the raw materials. Oh, I'm so upset. Upscale home furnishing chain RH expects to reduce significantly the amounts of goods sourced from China in its 2019 fiscal year to mitigate the impact of proposed new tariffs by the United States. Boston Scientific said it buys a very small portion of components from China and has the ability to substitute with other suppliers outside of China since it does not manufacture in the country. Whew. I was worried about them. I thought Boston Scientific. Otis elevator maker United Technologies said based on tariffs which have been enacted so far, it expects to see 5 cents per share impact in 2018. The company expects to see a much bigger impact in 2019. Paper and Packaging Company International Paper Chief Executive Officer Mark Sutton says the company has so far not had any direct impact from tariff disputes. God, I was glad about that. 3M says it expects an impact of about $10 million or 1 cent per share on an annualized basis from the tariffs passed so far. The company also is prepared to make changes to supply, sourcing, and pricing in response to further tariffs, including moving manufacturing operations. Oh, me, oh, my, no sticky notes anymore. Polaris Industry? You remember Polaris Indian motorcycles? It's either an Indian or a Harley, right? It raised its 2018 cost estimate related to tariffs to $40 million from $7 million. It said it expected to ramp up motorcycle production in Poland. Does Trump know about that? Well, is Indian like an American company like Harley? Oh, my God. Don't let Donald know. He'll be really upset. Harley said it expected an incremental cost of about $15 million to $20 million for the remainder of the year from the steel and aluminum tariff imposed by Trump. It also said it'll take further hits from retaliatory moves from the European Union and will move manufacturing out of the country. Not the Harley. Oh, I was so upset. Home furnishing retailer Pier 1 Imports says the company does not expect financial results in fiscal 2019 to be materially affected by the proposed tariffs. About 59% of the company's fiscal 2019 net sales are expected to derive from merchandise produced in China. Of the 59% of the 2019 sales from Chinese merchandise, about half is expected to have products subject to the proposed tariffs. Not Pier 1. At Home Group said it would make adjustments to its supply chain to mitigate the impact of the proposed tariffs on goods imported from China. Honeywell said it will increase the use of supply sources from non-Chinese countries to counter growing costs related to a tariff war between the United States and its two large economies. Notice not one of these companies talked about U.S. jobs. None of them said that it could bring production back to America to make it great again. They're going to Poland, and they're going to India, and they're going to other third world shitholes because they're not bringing jobs back to America because they're not going to make America great again. Oh, no. No, not great again? Oh, Donald. Boeing said it's concerned about the impact of possible trade tariffs on the cost of running a supply chain, but has not yet seen any impact from the U.S.-Chinese trade tensions on its businesses, meaning they've got no order cancellations so far. General Motors, Ford Motor Company, and Fiat Chrysler lowered their full-year profit forecast due to escalating tariffs. General Motors announced that it would close plants and move production outside the United States. That's not great again. Holy Donald, you know about that? You're going to go kick Ford's ass too? I think he should send in the Marines. General Electric estimated the new tariffs on its imports from China could raise the cost by $300 to $400 million overall. And that, by the way, General Electric is in big-ass trouble. Caterpillar said U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports are expected to increase its material costs by about $100 million to $200 million in the second half of the year. And a heavy machinery maker plans to offset most of the higher costs with mid-year price hikes. Oh, wow. So I see how Donald Trump's plan to make America great is really making us great. I feel great. Do you feel great? I'm great. You're great. We're great. Donald, this is some real smart shit. Donald Trump started a trade war. And everybody's pissed off. Now, I want to know how this makes America great again. I want to know how forcing production outside the United States. I want to know how raising prices for products inside America makes America great again. I know. You know what it does? All the lobbyists fighting these tariffs, they have to stay at Trump hotels and properties, otherwise they don't get an audience with His Majesty. Uh-oh. Donald, are you being mean? Donald, what did you do? Tesla reports that it's exploring building its Gigafactory in Europe. And it said in Germany and Netherlands to build its first major European factory. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The electric vehicle manufacturer has preliminary discussion with 2 German states vying to host its Gigafactory in Europe to build cars and their batteries under one roof. Oh, no. Elon, man from Mars, Musk? I mean, I don't understand if he's going to build something in Mars, but Europe? I know, I got an idea. How about if we have Indian motorcycles, Harley Davidsons, Honeywell, Boeing, all set up European plants to get around Trump's tariffs to make Europe great again? Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe Elon. America great again. America. USA. 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 Does that mean you got to give back the T-shirt and the hat? Donald, how does this make America great again? Donald? I don't think Donald knows how it makes America great again. I think we're in deep shit by a fool who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And I think it's going to devastate the economy. And I think it's going to collapse the stock market even more. And I think we're going to make a freaking fortune. And I think Donald Trump's the greatest president to wipe out the economy and help me, a short seller, like anyone I ever knew. And I thought Muhammad Obama was going to be good for the wipeout, but no, didn't happen on his watch. But here comes Donald, red-blooded American Trump. I mean, he's got blue eyes. I mean, he's from the Aryan superior race. They are the superior people. He's a superior beam in intellect. He has the highest IQ of anyone in the world, he so says. And it's the art of the deal, and he goes, woo! The mind meld. Putin collapsed under his pressure. Yonker, oh no, and don't forget Kim Jong-Nunchucks, who hasn't been seen or heard from since. Donald Trump hooks up that psychic power, and no one can resist it. Look what he did to Hillary. And did you see him dragging the Queen around with all those military guys there? Oh, my God. I feel like America's great again. Thank you, Donald Trump. And Donald, thank you for collapsing the stock market. Thank you for wiping out America. Thank you for the Depression. And all I can say is, what a great guy we've elected. What a great job he's doing. Because he understands, see, now you may not understand how all these companies closing production in the United States, moving jobs elsewhere, sourcing from other countries besides America, doesn't make America great again. But Donald Trump in his mind, he understands that you don't need all these GE factories and these companies. You don't need that shit. They don't love America like Donald does, so you got a better deal. You got Donald that is going to reproduce you to growing soybeans, manufacturing steel. You notice how there wasn't any steel companies there, aluminum manufacturers. Oh, and don't forget coal. So you don't need all this shit because Donald Trump's going to put you and your kids in a coal mine, pouring that steel, maybe an assembly operation, putting shock absorbers on Fords if there are any left in America, and that's his plan. And that sounds like a brilliant plan to me. Now, there's a little problem. I don't want you to really worry about it too much, but Donald's got his snitch, Cohen, and that's a hop, skip, and a jump away from enough witnesses, I don't want to say this, but to bring down the great Donald Trump. Yeah, I know it's a deep state conspiracy. You notice how the deep state tricked him into putting these tariffs in that destroys U.S. business? Boy, I'll tell you what. You are not going to fool those deep state guys. They got it together. They know what they're doing. Donald Trump has the art of the deal. See, I understand what he's going to do. He's going to wipe out the economy, put everybody in a concentration camp, a steel mill, aluminum mill, factory jobs, and they'll be so grateful to get out that they'll work for $1 an hour. And then Trump and his factory bosses that own America can compete with Putin, and Putin and Trump can be on the yacht together going, I've made 300 million people poor, more than you did, Putin. Putin goes, yeah, but I own the oil fields. Donald Trump says, I own everything, me and my buddies. America's great again, and no need for those pesky elections. Putin says, well, I have elections, and I win them all the time. Donald Trump goes, oh, can you help me win the next elections again? Putin says, hey, you're my brother, you're my bro, you're my guy. Of course, anything for you, Donald. See, now that's friends. When you have a friend with Putin, you have a friend indeed. So are you putting the pieces together here? You don't see anybody talking about Putin having any stormy weather. Putin says the most beautiful hookers in the world are in Russia. And he must know. You don't see anybody giving any shit about that, right? Donald, you need to toughen up like Putin and say, I don't care. I'm the dictator-elect. Kiss my ass. I'll do what I want because me and Putin, we're the team. Look, think about it. If you have collusion between Putin and Donald Trump, the two of them could rule the world together. Could you see the Putin-Trump dictatorship? Oh, my God. It could work. He could fire all the CIA people. That Federal Reserve's a real pain in his ass. You know, the interest rate's going higher. So I think Donald's got a plan to make at least the part of America he owns great again. I understand his losing hotels are doing very well here. As a condition is that, you know, if you want to lobby, well, where are you staying? Can you show me your receipt and your key card? Okay, yes, wait in the lobby here, and Donald Trump will be with you. Oh, Donald, this is the art of the deal. This is the guy. This is the man. And I can tell you that people I talk to, they feel really great again. Yep, pork farmers in Iowa, you feel great again? Mr. Soybean Dude, how about you? Oh, car factory workers with the Giga plant going to Europe? Uh-oh. A Boeing? Boeing, what are you going to do? I got a feeling that some really ugly shit is going to get really ugly. And I got a feeling that there's going to be such backlash come elections that Donald, you better call the Russians now and get that troll farm working, okay? Because the Democrats and Hillary and the deep state, Donald, they're coming gunning for you, buddy. Oh, Donald, please. Get with Putin. Tell him, look, we don't have Cambridge Analytica or Facebook the same way, but you guys can come up with a program and we got to start turning out the vote. I mean, if I lose the House, could you see Donald Trump losing the House and the Senate? Would he be pissed? I could see him declaring martial law and just closing down the country going, this is not a fair election. I know, if he loses, he can blame the Russians. And if he wins, he can blame no one. What a great strategy. Hillary, are you hip to what's going on here? So we have the Donald Trump trade war. Congratulations, Donald. You're doing a fine job. Companies wiping out. By the way, this is just a small smattering of the companies that are reporting that they're in deep shit with the Donald Trump crap. They are very unhappy people out there. And Donald says he doesn't care. He is ruling with an iron fist. You understand that this is D guy? So, did you vote for Donald Trump? Are you proud now? Oh, you still think it's a deep state conspiracy? Well, let me tell you this. Can I ask a question? What would be wrong with you, like, fighting for the deep state conspiracy? Going to the Trump convention, maybe you can bring a motorhome for him, you know. Here, Donald, pinch this. But what would be wrong if you made millions as Donald Trump wipes out the economy? Would that be so bad? I mean, I don't, really bad? I don't think so. See, I think it'd be okay to get vastly wealthy on the Donald Trump wipeout, still be a Trump bump supporter, join the pinching crew. I don't care. Get with your preacher and your rabbi and your Buddha guy, and we'll talk about how sometimes leaders are exempt from the rules that don't apply to everybody else. And, if you make a lot of money, I know, we could start a factory in Indiana. I mean, a factory making steel or aluminum. Think of the jobs you could provide. People could leave the nursing homes and go, I'm going to be great again along with Donald Trump. Kids could drop out of high school and say, listen, all I need to do is learn how to pour that big bucket of steel shit. And then we could have like medical marijuana displacement places, for the people. I mean, have you lost your job? Do you feel depressed? Do you have anxiety and headaches? Headaches? Well, let's talk on this. Donald, it's brilliant. We can medicate the entire country. We can make America great again. Drug guys great again. Pharmacies great again. I can see how this will work out to real greatness. And besides that, these people, Donald, let's talk for you. I mean, the Americans have had too much money, okay? Live in those big homes, and paying their bills and stuff. That's, tent cities. I mean, it's time for you to get in touch with your sensitive side. It's time for you to commune with with the pigeons in the park. It's time to understand the humility, because humility will make you great again. And if you're really, really poor, and Donald Trump gives you a check, as long as you have a picture of him on the wall, I mean, he could, destroy you, but to build you back up. And, all his money's not cracked up with what it's been. Look at Donald Trump. I mean, he has a beautiful wife. He had to go out pinching anyway. I mean, he had to have Stormy slap him on the ass with the picture of a magazine there. He liked that. Oh, Stormy, do it again, baby. And then, the kinky shit. You can imagine what must have taken place in Russia. So, is this the sign in the life of a man you'd like to emulate? Well, Donald Trump's got a plan for you. He's going to teach you how to be humble and understand that money's not everything. And he'll take your money, and he's going to make you humble, and you'll be a better person for it. So Donald Trump is going to make America great again. He didn't explain the part about he was going to make it much poorer first, wipe out the stock market and the economy. Now, I got a plan, and that is sell the shit out of it and get rich.